Do you know what Sarpy County has to offer? It's time for another Sarpy County Spotlight.
It's our first installment of the season. We start with the project to commemorate one man and the city's place in sports history.
Gary Anderson and Lee Polakov are with the Sarpy County Sports Commission. Good morning to both of you.
Welcome.
Hey,
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. You got a lot of stuff going on, but let's start with the purpose of the commission. What's the purpose?
The commission was formed to kind of coordinate and help assist in athletic events around Sarpy County, basically with an economic development bent to bring invitationals in any kind of sport. I mean, Werner Park is obviously a gem in the area for us, but it's not all about baseball. The Sports Commission's not all about baseball.
It's a versatile venue.
It of itself is a versatile venue, that's true, but one of the first things we did was inventory sports facilities. How many baseball fields, softball fields, soccer fields, places we could have volleyball invitationals. So archery tournaments, bringing people into Sarpy County, into the region, into the state. It's good for economic development.
Would you remind our viewers about the first big project? And we have some video to help with that. Yeah.
Well, the first big project was, of course, Werner Park. And it was, we formed the Sports Commission to work with the folks at Werner Park, and they've done a great job.
And then a great meeting place out front.
Yeah, it is.
Last year.
The new statue.
The new statue,
right.
Yeah, that was another big...
it was a big venture to fund and build a tribute to Bob Gibson, but it's to baseball, it's to history, it's to Omaha, the region.
And his reaction to this, it really meant a lot to him. You could tell just from the interviews that I saw, and so it was great. What's happening later this month? Because it's going to connect back to this project.
Well, we're planning a second banquet, and that'll be on April 22nd. And the placing of the statue was really part of the whole project that we see on this happening over the next several years. The next step that we'd like to develop out there is a Walk of Fame, which honors, in addition to Bob Gibson, 5 other native-born Nebraskans who are in the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And a lot of them, there's only one living among those, Wade Boggs, and a lot of the others, people have forgotten their names. And so we felt that that would be a good thing there and a good tribute, and it would also enhance the Bob Gibson statue out there, and sort of make it a gathering point.
Right.
What was Wade Boggs' tie to the state?
Wade Boggs was born in Omaha.
Really?
His dad was, I believe, in the military, and then they moved to Florida shortly after that.
Kidding. I didn't know that yet.
But his birthplace was Omaha.
I remember growing up and being a fan of him because I always heard he ate a whole chicken before every game.
That's
As
right.
a kid, I just thought that was the coolest thing. How could you not like a guy
right.
whose ritual is to eat a whole chicken?
He did his sprints at 7:17. He ate a chicken before every game.
Right. He was just had these cool rituals.
Right.
Well, we know it's for dinner for that celebration, right?
That's right. We talked about trying to get in touch with him, and we hope in the future that, you know, we could bring him in.
Yeah.
He'd be a good
Well,
representative.
and how cool that you would have those 5 players now, but to think about the ability of adding on to it and continuing to honor those talented players who would also have Nebraska roots and maybe be inducted at some point.
And there's really no other place in the state where there would be all that combined, and it would be so accessible to people on an almost daily basis in the summer.
Right.
Yeah, back later this month, back to that the banquet. Best way to get tickets, because we want you to tell our viewers how they can attend this event.
Well, they can go to the website bobgibsonproject.org, and that would be the best way, is to click on that. Tickets are $100 a piece, $250 for a VIP ticket, which we'll have our special guests there also, which we're sort of excited about bringing those people in too, because they sort of tie the Omaha baseball history together as well.
Do you have any other projects? I know this is the next one, but surely you've started to assemble a dream list of things that you would ultimately like to do as funds are available. Lee,
Well, you know, the Walk of Fame would be kind of the core. The statue anchors that Walk of Fame, and what that's localized at Werner. We hope to make it a destination, and maybe even a year-round destination, and we can expand with that. We've talked about developing a state arboretum, so that would incorporate the landscaping and the green area that's to the east that could be even a sculpture garden. Public art, the statue also anchors this public art idea that'll spread throughout the community. And so I see it as a year-round destination for events, and really baseball and history are so much intertwined. Right. And we have this rich history. When you talk about even going out to Werner Park now, I see people think, well, I remember when I was a kid, or I remember my grandfather, or I remember my dad taking me to games. That's really important to us.
Yeah, it is. You know, Lee, you've got your finger on the pulse of Sarpy County.
Hope so.
Not only on the Sports Commission, but the other things you're involved with. Why is this so important to not only Sarpy County, but to the metro area as a whole?
Well, first history. You know, when I talk about baseball and why baseball, it's an unmeasurable public asset, you know, that people have an opportunity to use the venue and to see professional baseball. And so when we got involved in the project itself, it was really important. It was a big move for Sarpy County, and we've had 3 successful seasons, which is great. The Storm Chasers do a great job in their management and what they do, and so the idea of affordable family entertainment, it really is, and that's what's important. We're bringing people into the community. Yeah. Serving the state, serving the region.
Yeah. That's so true. Absolutely. So let's remind you about the banquet before we let Gary and Lee go. It's Tuesday, April 22nd. Tickets are available through the site, bobgibsonproject.org, and it's a great looking website. You can even spin the statue around, and I spent just a few minutes doing that yesterday. And so that's that website. We'll show you another here in just a second in terms of Sarpy County and finding additional destinations. But first, our thanks to both of you for being here.
That's right.
We do appreciate your time.
Great to see you guys. Thanks
all right. Keep an eye out for our next Sarpy County Spotlight. Look for more places to visit at gosarpy.com.
Half of the